When my own mom fell from the precarious perch of perfection, I was disappointed. I think I had wanted her as my hero to be up there, higher and bigger than life. I wanted her up there in the perfect world. I wanted her to be my strength, my guide, my moral teaching. I wanted her to be perfect. And so I was disappointed. But after the initial shock wore off, I began to feel strangely relieved. Relieved. Isn't that a strange feeling? Maybe it was because, phew, she's no longer way out of reach, down here where I am. Maybe it was because, phew, I can be like that. I can't be like that. I could be like that. So I had relief. Then I entered my teenage years. The angry teenage years, where all I could see in my mother was the imperfections. All I could see in her was what she did wrong, how she failed, how she didn't measure up, how she was uncool. It was a sad time, because I spent a lot of energy thinking of the glass half empty. And the more I looked for those imperfections, the more I saw. I measured my mom by the world's rules, not by God's. Jesus says in Matthew 48:5, "Be perfect as your Father in heaven is perfect." Yikes. But you know, the Greek word for perfect here is not the kind of perfect that we in this world think of. The Greek word for perfect in this text was not about having no mistakes or no blemish or no error. Perfect was being whole, complete, mature. Like the apple pie that has no piece taken out of it yet. It's whole, it's complete, it's done. It may not win a blue ribbon prize at the town fair. That's not what matters. What matters is in God's eyes, it's perfect. Maybe the problem I was having is that I was seeing the problem of the person, the bar, and not the person. Maybe I was measuring only by whether they reached some imaginary ideal instead of honoring the person for where they were. I believe that we can move to a new way of seeing, a new way of thinking about one another. No longer should the pedestal be the place to perch. No longer should perfection, as the world understands it, be the priority or the way we judge one another. It's more important that we see the intent, the journey, the whole person, the perfect person. Now, I hate to divulge this to you, especially since I know I'm being taped and my family is here, but I am not perfect. You have no idea how hard that is to say. By many definitions, yours, mine, I have not reached that bar. And never will. One of the wonderful things that happens when pastors and congregation part is that they have this moment or opportunity to clear the air, erase the slate, clean the wounds, clear the path, wipe clean the residue, forgive the sin. I know that I have disappointed you at times. I know that I have frustrated you or angered you. I know I have not measured up to your measuring. If I have hurt you, disappointed you, angered you, frustrated you, I ask for your forgiveness. I pray that you will see me more and remember me more for the love I had intended rather than the mistakes I had made. I pray you will not remember all that empty part in the glass, but the little tiny bit that's full. And I have some new news for you. As you move forward as a church, you are going to get another person to come on here. And guess what? They won't be perfect either. They will frustrate you. They may disappoint you. They may, in fact, anger you. They will not be perfect. But I pray that that will not be the measure that comes from HCC. I pray that you will take in love all those who serve here in leadership. That you will pray for them, forgive them. When they do not reach that high bar, receive them. Lead them, guide them, hold them, forgive them. Let it go. Paul says in Philippians 4, and this is one of my favorite verses. I'm going to read it in two different ways. Chapter 4, verse 8 and 9. I read it through the Revised Standard, and then I'm going to read it again out of the Message, which is a more contemporary version. Finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is true, whatever is honorable, whatever is just, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is gracious, if there is any excellence, if there is anything worthy of praise, think about these things. What you have learned and received and heard and seen, do, and the God of peace will be with you. Summing it all up, friends, I'd say, you'll do best by filling your minds and meditating on things true, noble, reputable, authentic, compelling, gracious, the best, not the worst, the beautiful, not the ugly, things to praise, not things to curse. Put into practice what you learned from us as leaders of the church, what you learned from Jesus, what you heard and saw and realized. Do that, and God, who makes everything work together, will work you into his most excellent harmony. My mom may never win a blue ribbon in the perfection fair of today's world. But is she perfect in God's telling? Absolutely. And I will perfectly love her as I will love you.